Hello. So, this is a little peek into my daily life when I'm not ranting and raving about the nature of consciousness, which is like water. I'm doing the electrical for this big garage. So I installed the solar system over there and put like 30 something panels on the roof. And then that's a bunch of batteries, and then there's outlets all along the walls. And then I'm doing the lighting, which I'm not an electrician, but I'm just like a solar shaman. So like I connected this building to the source of all life using these new modern artificial means because it had been disconnected from that stuff. Anyway, I'm mostly just doing this just to be like the like you can do any I can do anything, and I'm not schizophrenic or autistic. It's just I'm in reality, and so when it meets the average delusional person, it seems weird to them, but they think they're in reality. I've fact-checked myself against every wisdom tradition, every holy person I can find, every wise person, all the greatest scientists, and the reality that I'm living in terms of like what I think water is, how the learning process happens, what's going on with the mind-body connection, the soul, our relationship to God, all that stuff that I've made very clear using water as a lens and as a focus amplification device. It's true, it's actionable. All those beliefs like change how I do my workouts. It changes how I do this, and it makes me pretty damn good at everything. I'm just like you. I'm zonked by the internet and life and the nihilism of culture. So it's just like, it's hard to like want to really go for it even in your 40s, but just casually, accidentally, just anything. Calisthenics, swimming, electrical work, drywall, roofing, whatever. My system and my method of thought works, and it's better than anything else out there. Like nobody is as well rounded as I am. There's no philosophers that are as athletic as me. There's no athletes that are as smart as me. There's no one with the totality of it. I'm not like the best in anything, but I'm also not anything. But I'm not like unaccomplished. Yeah, so in terms of these like cross-disciplinary understandings of like how are you going to use molecular biology and exercise science, and how are you going to synthesize those, you need to be a molecular biologist, and you need to be a high-level, highly trained athlete. You need to be a highly trained meditator or yogi to integrate that in with science. And most of the people working on it are either one thing or the other. And I'm not any of those things, and I am literally the aquatic fluidic bridge between subjects, of which any of them that I touch, I completely master in my own way, the same way that like water envelops in its own expertise. And when I say I don't know if I'm talking about water, it's like parents Like, you try and program your kid correctly, like, oh, get them to do their chores and get them to whatever. Who's praying that the infinite intelligence in the kid wakes up and takes over, and not whatever programming I'm getting in the kid, or not whatever example I'm giving the kid? Like, who's just saying, like, okay, hey, we have infinite intelligence. How do you wake that up in somebody? And some people have some ideas with that matter. A lot of people use trauma to wake up the infinite intelligence in their kids. And I don't know if that is that great. Like, part of the thing that I think hosing is cool is because I think it can initiate people as deep as very powerful occult rituals like human sacrifice and things like that. I think you can initiate yourself to that same degree without the human sacrifice. Using water as kind of a bridge. Using water in a Christ-like manner, right? So you can, because the programming doesn't work. You can program the kids however, and if they don't wake up, if they just run their programming their whole life, you failed. You could give your kid perfect programming, and if they never wake up from it, you failed, right? So in some sense, it's like, maybe it's good to give them shitty programming that forces them to wake up. Like, you have to wake up or you're going to die, is kind of what most initiation ceremonies do to people, is like, you have to get it or you're going to die. And then that's almost the only thing that forces it. I kind of found a very easy, very gentle way of precipitating and awakening. So there's a lot of awake people. I'm not any different from any other lucid human being on earth. And that's what I mean. I fact-checked myself against all other people who have socially validated and socially accredited lucidity. Like, none of my thoughts are incongruent with even the most orthodox of Christianity. But like, I have like a beyond master level understanding of any of the new age stuff and yada, 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 yada. And it's the same thing with anything. All of the greatest statements of wisdom from anybody on earth, like, is not in disagreement with anything that I'm saying. Anything. Bringing nothing new to the table here. I'm just like any other person that's ever really gotten it. But what I'm saying is, like, how I've gotten it is way chill. It's a little weird, like, oh yeah, pool, you're doing weird stuff there. You're thinking, it's literally just thinking differently and being underwater. And then breathing a little bit differently, like letting the water teach you how to breathe. And then just letting that kind of saturate. And then presto changeo, you can access that infinite intelligence that needs to take over in yourself or in your children and anybody around you for you to be successful. And most people are just out giving programming. Like, most people are just giving programming out. Here's how to raise your kids. Here's how to do the exercises. Here's the right programming. And like, what I'm doing is, it's initiation. It's 100% initiation into the mysteries, and it's chill. It's like more chill than an ice bath, but it still actually takes you deep. It's like a technology. So you don't even have to have the abundance of courage that most people require for initiation. Like, any dumb asshole can do it. With water as an aid, just like anybody can learn how to fly in water, anybody can be initiated in water. In ways that would be normally very difficult in another medium, like the air. Like, everyone else tries to become initiated in the realm of demons, and it's like, that's hard. That's really hard. That's the school of hard knocks. And like, I think there's benefit in it. Like, I'm in it. I still do this hard knocks, but at the same time, I feel like we could use more like lucidity. So I invented a technology to sort of mass produce or mass distribute lucidity. And so that's all I'm kind of talking about all the time. But until that takes off and I can give that my attention, I'll continue to do random bullshit like this. Because, I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's cool. I like it. It's enjoyable. I put all these boxes in way up here. I got to use the lift, tied in by the ropes and stuff, like suspended, hanging off the side. I drilled a hole right over there to go out. That inverter is a piece of shit. It broke, so I had to spend 4 hours like proving to them that it was broken. Something's causing noise in the line, so this AC frequency is supposed to be at 60 hertz, and if you measure it, it's just all over the place, so it like won't charge anything sensitive. Yeah, so